Welcome to the Xbox Uncut Weekly Podcast. We're back for another crazy week of video game news and all kinds of other stuff to talk about. Rumors, speculation. You know, Steve's favorite topic, speculation. Talking to you, Steve. Welcome to Steve Rules to the show. Hey, Steve.
Good morning, everyone.
How are you doing today, Steve?
I'm okay, thanks, Dustin. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I just want to make sure you're doing okay. We got a new layout, and your image is the smallest of them all, so I just want to give you extra attention. I want you to know we all love you, and we're here for you.
Steve, when you said good morning, you said morning. It made me think like MOURNING.
Who are you mourning?
Okay, man.
He's saying good morning. It's like there's nobility in pain. And that's like the Steve way.
Yeah.
So that's what I imagined when you said that.
Well, there's always nobility in pain.
I never realized that. I think that's totally true.
It depends on the pain.
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to also welcome everybody in the chat room because y'all are amazing. We're going to welcome the one and only, the Golden Throat, Vern. Welcome to the show, Vern.
Thanks for having me, Justin.
No, thanks for being on. I know you were busy tonight, and you
was.
found time to play Overwatch with me.
I did.
And do a podcast.
Yeah.
So it's always nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I had a Jack and Coke, and now I'm on a gin and tonic. So I think I put too much gin in this mix. So
hey, you know what? Sometimes you just need more gin.
It's true. And gin is so tasty. It doesn't taste like you're drinking alcohol when you have gin. You know, it's got like kind of like the Kool-Aid thing going on. So you can have a lot of it, and then it just hits you.
Yeah. And we have Jason. Welcome to the show, Jason.
I thought you were gonna welcome shit first. You know, like nothing. No, I'm here. Crazy Forza guy. Coming up with his crazy ass theories.
A little bit.
But are they crazy?
Are they crazy?
Sometimes
not as bad,
they're
and it's teasing me.
But sometimes they're not.
You know what's crazy? The fact that we got no letters this week. And that's why I want to address on the top of the show.
You know what's crazy? The fact that the podcast didn't get released on our RSS feed till 2 days ago for last week.
Hey, look, it was up on YouTube. It was up on Twitch.
We streamed,
We streamed it. It just never.
It just didn't hit 95% of our audience.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody.
So you should be
in the forest that falls.
Jason's gonna be putting together the show together tonight, so it'll get posted. All right. Well, Darth Vader, Chaos Dasher. We got everybody. Old Bones. I don't know if Prophecy ever came back. We did ban him.
That was an accident, though,
it was
right?
an accidental ban. They were just trying to time me out, and I banned you.
Should probably tweet him right now and be like, "Yo, we're sorry."
Probably.
Actually, we should just write back to him. Hello, hello,
hello, hello.
Well, he doesn't do with the Asian accent.
But I always do it. That's my reply to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
All right. Well, let's get right into it because no Bones. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I said Bones. I could have swore I said Bones.
I thought he did too.
I would like to apologize to Bones if I didn't say Bones. I will be going back in the tape to listen to see if I did say it or not. And if I did, I expect a courtesy response. For my... Yeah, that's right. So...
Oh, I think he's saying that you called him Bones rather than No Bones.
Oh, No Bones? Look, he's Bones. The Boneses, the Bones family.
Well, he's technically he's No Bones. Like you can't mock a man and call him Bones when he's got no bones.
I'm not mocking him. Look,
he's Boneses.
He's Boneses. The Bones family.
Clearly he feels mocked.
He's not mocked. He's Boneses. That's how it goes.
You said old Bones. It's
in
old
Maria's,
No Bones.
In Maria's fictional BCS talk, she pluralizes everything, and Bones is one of them. And the way you pluralize something that's already been pluralized is to add another z on the end.
Yeah, Boneses.
So it's Boneses. You can even do it like 3 times over, like Boneses. It's part of the lore
of BCS.
Of BCS. Everyone's confused.
What if
right
I
now,
call
sure.
you old boneless?
Wait, is this an Xbox podcast? I'm not completely sure anymore.
Well, we're all bearkin, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Wicked
this
understands
podcast.
this. Yeah.
I'm
didn't ruin the
sorry I
podcast.
have ruined this podcast. No, you haven't. We ruined it years ago.
I like how Of No Bones says, "I'm sorry I've ruined this podcast," and then Darth Vadar's message, which came at the same time, said, "Like Steve rules." No, I can't catch a break.
Oh, it's great.
I'm gonna quit the show.
Well,
Well, the
if
show's
you do,
ended anyway, according to prophecy. So
well, it ended for him quickly and very
it's
abruptly.
it's over
fucking
already
kicked.
for him. Yeah. Ended last week.
Can't
So.
believe you banned him. You
No, he's
douchebag.
unbanned. He can come back in.
Nah, damage is done. You can't turn away a prestigious member of the Xbox Uncut community like Prophecy and expect there to be no repercussions.
Kung Pao Wow is now hanging out with us.
Where's the POW though? It's just Kung
Yeah,
Wow.
it's Kung Wow. Nothing important. What? This is important. We're talking about the boneslesses or the bonelesses family. You know?
Can I talk to you about my Lord and Savior, Scorpion?
No.
Oh, okay.
Only
This-
BCS. Only BCS.
Okay.
BCS is important.
She is.
How many teraflops is he?
BCS
Unlimited.
is like an infinite amount of teraflops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Infinite plus 1.
Times 5.
Yeah. Because there's
Squared.
always enough more room in her heart. All right. Let's see. I don't even know where we're going to go from here.
Well, there's no letters.
There's no letters.
So
Yeah.
we need to remind everyone to write us at letters@xboxuncut.com because by not writing in, you canceled my portion of the show, leaving me, like, my being here, like, just useless.
Now I got to worry about you committing suicide tonight, not just Steve. How are
Oh,
you
no,
doing, Vern?
We don't want to joke about that. We don't want to joke about that. That's
Yeah.
not.
So Vern, did you say that your segment's been cut?
It has. There's
Well,
no
have
letter
you even
segment.
prepared
I
for
mean,
your segment,
well,
Steve?
Maybe you need to be more sort of accommodating and nicer when begging for messages. Maybe you
Yeah,
need to,
hey.
maybe you need to be on.
Hold on a
Maybe
minute.
you need to be offering treats on street corners.
Yeah.
Steve is right. You could be like Sonny and just make up letters.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's what I should have done.
Wow, you screwed us down.
That's
Hey,
what I'm
guys,
gonna do next
I've
week.
just got left
If I don't get letters, I'm making my own.
And
I
this
could-
guy wants Grim Fandango. Fuck up.
Oh my god, I can already see the letters. I was just wondering, where is that Eric guy? We don't know.
I should write a lyric combine a letter and Eric. Write a letter pretending I'm Eric.
Yeah,
There
he's
would
on
be
an
nothing
adventure.
in the letter. It would be silent.
Exactly. It would be a bunch of dots.
And then a sigh.
And then it would say, "What did you say about Batman?" And then another few dots. And that'd be the end of the letter.
All right, let's move on. Let's
Dustin,
move
have you read the chat?
Getting some praise.
I think the Xbox stick is the new Slim. You're wrong.
No,
Sorry.
no, there's a message above that.
Thanks, Below Diablo. I worked hard on it.
It says nice layout. And then Steve took all the credit.
Steve taking credit.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad that we're doing this
I'm
podcast
sorry,
in
like,
the
it's-
chat room.
I really kept skipping over the nice
Yeah, this is a
layout part.
chat room podcast right now. We're not. It's all we're talking about is the chat room.
Thank you so much, Blow Diablo. We're still working on it. Hopefully, I got to do something with the main logo because the white on white, it kind of, you can't see it, so it's just a test.
So, Blow Diablo, you give some feedback on making sure it gets done.
Yeah. Steve knows a
And it-
guy. Steve knows a guy.
Prophecy's back.
Yeah, Prophecy's back.
See,
See, I told you can't turn away a prestigious member of the community like Professor.
Prosify.
Hero,
Oh, stop insulting the bloke.
hero.
All right.
Y'all
Okay,
should
let's-
just start
let's-
over.
We're not
tonight.
starting
No, we're not
over,
starting over.
Obama.
This is what we love to do. All right, let's talk
Quality.
about Let's talk about video games we've played. I've been playing The Witcher 3, guys, and let me tell you, DLC of the year, and I haven't even touched Bloodwine yet. Like fucking,
What's the first one called?
I don't remember.
Hearts of Stone.
Hearts of Stone. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you, Steve.
Then Blood and Wine is the new one.
Yeah.
I'm almost done. I'm to the point where I just beat the Ghost Lady, or the Ghost, whatever.
I would say
So-
spoilers, but I don't care.
No, but like saying I
Spoilers.
beat a Ghost Lady in Witcher isn't exactly spoiling anything. So
I know there's ghosts all over.
Well, now I know there's a ghost lady.
no, but not really. You don't know what that's in reference to.
Yes, really.
But if you ever get to that point, you'll be like, oh, that's where Dustin was. So yeah, like it's I love their storytelling. It's freaking amazing. Like it's
How big is the first expansion?
I've been playing for like 5, 6, 7 hours, somewhere around there.
So it's anywhere from
Is
like.
it supposed to be like 8 to 10?
Yeah,
It's-
something like that. I don't know. I feel like I'm almost to
It's
the
not
end.
bad.
Like I don't think there's gonna be much more in this first expansion that I need to do. I mean, main story quest wise, and I've been kind of doing all the little things. But I'm kind of course, with The Witcher, like it was like, hey, this is an optional quest. Do you want to go and do this thing with this chick, or do you want to just go straight on to the main story? So I'm like, you know what? Let me go do the optional thing real quick just to see if it helps me out in the main quest. And
It leads to another
It's-
optional
it's
thing.
gonna
Which leads
literally
to another
be-
optional thing.
a rabbit hole of
Yeah.
like 8 hours of The Witcher in like side quest, and I'm gonna love every minute of it because that's what The Witcher does that Fallout doesn't. It's
But,
just,
and The Witch is also good.
no, that's what I meant. It does a really good job at it.
Alright.
Now, I guess we should talk about Fallout because mods came out.
Do we have to?
Well, mods came out. We should talk about it for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I know it's kind of
Yeah.
news, but it's kind of not.
Jason, how do you feel about the mods now that you've actually had a chance to play with them and the servers are up?
Well, for one, I find it bullshit that there's a 2 gigabyte limit on the mods because I've already hit that limit. But the mods are awesome. The people added modern firearms. They've released patches for the game to fix it. They've made it to where you can have dog meat with you at all times, and not only that, you can add a backpack to them. They've done tons and tons of stuff. You can have the wasteland full of grass. People have added interiors to buildings that didn't have interiors before. I mean, you can basically almost find anything you want in the mod section. I think there's currently almost 900 mods for the Xbox One. So there's really a ton of stuff. Personally, I'm playing on survival mode, and I downloaded the pack to where I can build my settlements, and I have more objects I can place, and I can make my own vaults in any settlement. So I would say if you're into Fallout and you really are intrigued by the mods, go out and do it. It's a lot of fun.
Well, this is good news for future Elder Scrolls games too. Or
Oh, yeah.
especially, I mean, there's rumor that Skyrim Remastered is going to be announced at E3, and if that's the case, they'll probably include the mods, just like what they did with Fallout 4. So
That would
That'd
be
be-
awesome.
that would be
Yeah.
really great. That would be really great. But I find people tend to be in two different camps. Like, it doesn't seem like there's as much crossover as you think there would be from people who like Elder Scrolls to people who like Fallout, but there's just it's not there quite often. You know, I've talked to so many people who like one or the other, but not both. So it'll be nice if we see this for Elder Scrolls, which I think
Yeah.
we will soon.
I mean, the awesome thing about mods is it's not only that it adds value or time to play the game, but it makes the game better. Like, I'm sure I could probably find a mod that can make Preston Garvey disappear into a black hole, which is awesome because I
Yeah.
want that. I hate that guy.
I'm not sure how I feel about the achievement thing with it. I mean, I understand it. You know, if you're cheating, you shouldn't get achievements. But if it's something like grass, like a grass mod, come on, that shouldn't affect.
No, I
achievements, you
agree.
know?
There should
But-
be a classification system.
Yeah, but maybe that's too much
It-
work to
it-
do.
It's probably just easier for them to just be like, you know what? If you use mods, it's just all off.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I'm
I'm
getting
hearing
an
an
echo.
echo. Yeah,
That would be Steve, I think.
yeah, I think it's on Steve.
Steve.
I want to hear myself talk. Oh, no. Steve, you ruined it for me.
No,
there it
there
goes.
you go.
No, we still hear it.
Steve,
Louder.
Oh, that's some good news to mention too. Prophecy just pointed this out. There is a Xbox Live sale going on right now. Well, a sale for Xbox Live Gold on Amazon. It's currently $40 for a year. So if you're looking for that, pick it up.
And Prophecy now has Xbox Live till 2019.
I do too. I got through April 2019 now, so I'm in good shape.
I like 4 years ago. I bought 4 years worth of Xbox Live at £20 each. I haven't bought Xbox Live since then, and it ends in 2018. I'm a hero.
You're a hero. All right. What else should we talk about? What other games have y'all been playing? Like Overwatch has been a big one for me and Vern.
I played some Dragon Age DLC. I finally got around to the Jaws of Hakken, which is the first major expansion for Dragon Age, and I had a blast with it. I was really surprised I liked it so much. Because when I initially, I downloaded it the first day it came out, and I tried it, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to get back into Dragon Age, which was just after Dragon Age had come out, honestly, so it wasn't that long. But I started playing it, and it didn't feel like a true expansion. It felt kind of cheap because it didn't have like real cutscenes. It was just the basic, show the character cutscenes where it's zoomed out like in third person, like you normally have. So I was kind of upset, but it felt like it was just another zone to explore rather than a real true expansion. But after giving it some serious time, it's a really, really wonderfully designed location. It's huge. The level design's great. I actually enjoyed the quest a lot. And the story actually got really interesting if you are into Dragon Age lore. So I would say if you're really into Dragon Age, it's definitely worth getting. If you're just starting with Inquisition and you don't have the experience of playing the previous games, you're not going to get as much out of it because it does kind of focus on things that happened during the Second Blight, as well as the original the last Inquisitor, living Inquisitor before you become the Inquisitor in Dragon Age Inquisition. So, but if you're really into the lore, it's definitely worth playing, and it's a lot more difficult than the rest of the game. So, I did like the difficulty factor kicked up as well. But yeah, I played that, had a lot of fun with it. Thumbs up. Now I'm going to move on to the next expansion, which is in the Deep Roads. It sounds pretty cool.
Awesome. Anybody else? Because I can tell about Overwatch. I really can.
I've been playing a pretty cool game this week, actually. It's called Halo Wars.
Tell me all about Halo Wars.
Now I've got up to... I'm on the second highest rank now. I've begun the quest to become a general, and then I will be in Halo lore as a hero. I've been kicking ass.
I did finally start putting some time into the campaign of that game. I'm on the 5th mission, and I do enjoy it. It's pretty good. As I was telling Steve earlier, I think the story is pretty weak, but that's about it. Maybe it gets better.
Those production values in 2009 were awesome.
They actually are pretty good. The cutscenes are pretty nice. They look good. They look like they were expensive for back then, so that's pretty cool. And it seems like a really solid game. I mean, it is a traditional RTS, though. I don't see anything that sets this apart from RTSs that were even made back in 1996. So,
I would argue that this actually worked on console fairly well.
That is one great thing about it. It actually brought an RTS to console and figured out a good control scheme. But as far as the gameplay, it doesn't seem like any different.
Gameplay-wise,
yeah,
no, but it definitely... It's
but
the first time it really works. It's like, yes, this finally I can actually play an RTS with a controller and not want to shoot myself. It works. But is that enough?
Yeah. But
the control scheme in that game is phenomenal.
It is good.
And the overall style of it, the way that it's not just the control scheme, it's the fact that the base is stationary and you have your 7 slots, and the way that you use the menus and the D-pad switches between things. The entire thing works flawlessly.
Yeah, it was smartly designed for consoles.
They better not screw up Halo Wars 2 with that.
All right.
And they should keep the base building aspects. That's what concerns me about Creative Assembly, is that they don't do much base building. It's more just here's a shitload of units and you go and do stuff.
Well,
Whereas
they do base building.
base stuff.
It's just outside of the battles. Like you go to the town, you build up parts of the town for creating troops, for creating a local economy to continue paying for your armies and stuff. But it's outside of the. I get what you're saying though. It's not part of the general gameplay.
But I mean, they already have a template there, so they could always kind of stick to that and then just put their own twist on it. Or maybe they do go and do their own thing. I'd kind of hope they stick with what worked and then add some things to it. But I guess we'll see, like, what their idea is. If they want to stick to what they did, what Ensemble did, or if they want to bring their Creative Assembly style gameplay to Halo Wars. I'm curious what they decide to do. I would assume Microsoft wants them to kind of do what works, though.
Yeah, just
ultimately
take
it's
the current
Microsoft's
base
decision.
and make it sexier, and then just maybe they'll even go 60 frames for it. I don't know.
Is that really worth it?
Well, looking at the sort of, I appreciate that it doesn't look like an Xbox One game, but with that sort of isometric style, I imagine that it's probably quite easy to make it look how they want and still have power left under the hood. I mean, it's not like it looks like Halo 5 or anything. And there's kind of the limits on the amount of units you can have as well. So, if you were allowed to just sort of keep going for as long as you like, then perhaps that would be a bigger concern. But, there's kind of limits there for a reason.
So is Halo Wars 2 your most anticipated game of the year now?
Well, no, because you have to understand that Gears is a much better franchise than Halo, so Gears has got to be top dog. It's number 3.
Number 3? What's number 2?
It's got to be Recall.
What?
A game you've never played?
We haven't even
seen gameplay for
Recall yet, and you're more excited about that than a sequel to the game you're saying is the best Halo game?
I have always said that new IP is king. Have I not always said that?
So it should be better than Gears.
It should be better than Gears then.
Well, yeah, but Gears is a very special case, and also it's a close fight. Quantum Break was above Gears, but Quantum Break came out 2 months ago and it was a 77 on Metacritic, so it doesn't count.
Doesn't count. It was amazing.
Yeah,
you know what, Steve? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut you off. We're done with the Steve Rules part of the show.
We're just gonna pretend that Metacritic score didn't happen because the game is so much better than that Metacritic.
Oh God, Steve, you're disappointing me.
You get in contact with Jeff Gersman and
it wasn't just him. It got like 4 out of 10s for some reason.
Well, yeah, but I don't know who the other ones were. So
randoms that don't count.
Well, you see, we're talking about Gears of War Ultimate Edition, right?
I don't know, but what we're going to be talking about is something else.
I do love bringing up I love bringing up the fact that one of the reviewers says the biggest flaw in the game is that you have to kill everyone to move on. In order to proceed in the game, you have to kill everyone coming at you.
Yeah, with Jeff Gertzman. Yeah.
They should definitely not play Call of Duties 1 through Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, man.
All right. Well, is there any other games anybody's played, or we're going to move on to our letter from...
Do we want to talk about Overwatch? Or do we... I guess we talked about it last week. There's not that much more to say. But...
Enough Overwatch.
Overwatch is
really good, though.
Wait a second. We got stuff to say. We are recruiting for an Overwatch team.
We really are. Right now we have about 4 of us. 3 are pretty consistent.
Dad is our sleeper hit.
We kind of have 5 if you count Bareku.
Yeah.
Or as we call him.
Balake.
No, something else, but we probably shouldn't say it. It rhymes with Bulake.
Rhymes with what?
It rhymes with Bukaki. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait.
Well, now I got to give context for that because we're getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So we called him Balake. No, Balake was... it's a skit.
Well, first off, his name's Blake.
Yes, it's Blake.
And he changed it to Boreku as like a Japanese version of Blake,
Or no, but the original joke was Balake because of the Key and Peele skit with
Right.
the urban teacher. Where he's
Right.
just like, Balake! Is there a Balake here? And it's if you haven't watched it, just go and look up Key and Peele. You'll find it. It's awesome.
But something rhymes with that.
Yes.
Cocky. So that has stuck. And he's
It really did.
he's kind of on our 6-man team, but kind of not, because he doesn't play a whole lot. And then Super Nintendad's kind of on our 6-man team too, but he randomly falls asleep or just drops party. You can't count on him.
Yeah.
You can't count on your dad, you know? You want to be able to count on your dad, but you can't.
You never can.
But then he'll just be standing there for a minute, and you're looking at his character like, is he there or is he asleep? And then, like 10 seconds later, he'll start shooting. You're like, okay, he's still there. Cool, we're good.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a 6-man team you need, and it's definitely a team-based game. There's tanks, there's damage dealers, there's defenders,
there's wall builders,
there's support characters, there's healers, all that good stuff. So you want a good, solid 6-man team who can all function together. And we have a pretty consistent 3 or 4 depending on who's on, and we still need a few more players. We'd like to get it up to about maybe 8 to 10 people who are interested in playing a lot of the time. That way we can easily put together a group of 6. It's a really fun game. So if you're interested, let us know. There's a place for you.
Yes.
You don't even have to be good.
Yeah, it's more about just the joking
Having
around
fun.
and having a good time. Yeah, it's not, but it's more fun if we could actually. Well, we win a fair share. It's not.
Yeah,
like
we
we're
do all
losing.
right.
But it would be better if we actually had a full team and could coordinate who's doing what, so that we could actually really take on some bigger teams.
But I've been playing with more characters. Originally I was mainly just playing with Zarya all the time, which is the tank that has like a bubble shield, and you can activate bubbles on other characters, which raises your damage and all that. She's really cool. But I got both of her achievements, so it's like, let me go and play as someone else. So I started playing with Tracer quite a bit, who's a really awesome character too, and then I got both of her achievements. So now I'm working on Hanzo, and Hanzo is so hard to play. He is really tough to play as, but pretty fun. So yes, there's Bastion. Onabone says there's Bastion, there's Bastion. Yes, we hate Bastion, and we also hate Torbjorn. So, but if you're really good at Bastion or Torbjorn, you're welcome on our team.
Yeah. And I've seen Bastion get beaten down once people know how to use their characters.
Genji.
You can really fuck up Bastion.
Yeah, Genji can reflect bullets and send them directly to a player. So if you got a good Genji, you can take out both those guys.
Yeah.
But he's hard to play.
Yeah, and then you have to have a good wall builder.
Yes, the walls are great.
Yeah. Because, especially when you're coming out and they're attacking you right at the hut, it's nice to be able to just toss up a wall real quick. People can get to the left or the right and then start kind of fighting.
You know what else that's nice for is when you're on the escort missions, because you can place the wall pretty far ahead and then have the thing kind of run through the wall as it's on the track. So
and that way they're funneled, because that's I found. I mean, that's all May really is about. Is funneling people down a certain path so she can freeze them and then have people like a sniper in the back shooting them off.
But I think if we got a solid 6 people, we could do pretty well, because then we can coordinate all the special abilities together. Yeah. Because some specials trap people, like Maze and like Zarya, and other specials kill everyone. So if you coordinate those two together, where everyone's stuck in one position, and then another person uses their ability that kills everyone, it works really, really nice. Yeah, I like what Old No Bones said here. He says, I love Maria's quote. Dustin is making Overwatch great again.
It's true.
As a reference to his Trump walls.
They're beautiful walls. I mean, they're gorgeous walls. Like 50-foot walls.
Dusty makes the other team pay for them.
I do make the other team pay for them. Because every time they hit the wall, I get points.
That's true.
So technically, they're paying for the walls.
But yeah, if you're interested in Overwatch, let us know. We could always use more people to play with. Maybe, and if we can get a ton of people playing, we can always play custom matches, and that's a lot of fun too. So, I'd love to see our community put some time into it, because it's a really fun multiplayer game, and it's one of those games where you don't have to be great at first-person shooters to feel like you're useful in the game.
And May does not kill people. She's not good at it. She has the ice thing, and I kill a couple people with that.
But she can turn the course
she's
of a
almost
game.
totally support. But like, like, let's say if I freeze somebody and then Vern comes up and kills him, I get points for that kill. Like, I get points for all my support, my walls, everything, which makes all the difference. Like, it makes you feel like they do a really good job at making everybody feel like they matter and not that they're just throwaway. Like, oh, I'm just a random guy with a gun. I'm just gonna fire here openly. Like, you never have that character, which is awesome. They're really well balanced, except for Bastion. Fuck you, Bastion.
I think
Fortress-
Torbjorn's worse than Bastion.
Yeah, no, but two of them is worse than Bastion. Only
Yeah.
one you can get around and you feel okay. But when you have two of them and they know where to put their turrets,
Oh, it's awful.
like, it just, you get fucking decimated. And it's
That's
just like,
awful.
well, yeah, that's it.
We're gonna overcome it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were you saying,
Bukaki.
Jason?
All right, I'm sorry.
'Cause we've been talking enough about Overwatch.
I was just saying Fortress is great, but it's just me.
Oh, okay.
Get hyped, guys. Third
There-
franchise.
I heard
There-
Steve. I heard you laugh at that video.
Well, there is one more thing about Overwatch. It had they announced 7 million active users today. They have played it. 7 million people have played it. So that's putting it just about right up there with Diablo 3 stats. So, and this is a new IP. So that's huge numbers. Absolutely huge numbers.
Look, you can make fun of me as much about the third franchise, but Bad Ned teased me, so I'm gonna take that as a confirmation.
You want to talk about that, Jason? Want to talk about it?
I could just
Jason was a little bit overzealous with the thread creation today.
all I did was say it was hints. I didn't never said it was concrete or definite.
And Steve and I were kind of making fun of him for it, like we do.
Hey, that's not fair. I agreed with him.
Yeah.
Team
Those
Jason,
are the words
third
I
Forza
would
franchise.
use.
But then Bad Ned comes out on Gaff and makes a little tease, like maybe Jason's on to something, saying, hey, it's right there in front of your face all this time, and you don't even know what it is, kind of thing. So suddenly I was like, well, wait, maybe Jason's on to something. Maybe he's not crazy.
Yeah, he didn't directly
his
come
8
out.
million hours on Forza Central and all these other forums is paying off.
No, he on Fortress Central he even came out and he didn't directly come out and say I was wrong or anything like that. And on Fortress Central he teased me even more by giving me a smiley face.
Yeah,
or
put little
some
smiley
shit.
faces and stuff.
It's
So,
like, God damn it.
so something's up. We don't know what's going to be announced at this event, or maybe it's announced at E3 and then there's more about
I'm not saying it's a third franchise. I was saying it was
Yes.
a hint. But there's
Something.
definitely something motorsport related happening at E3.
That's why
Car racer.
I'm calling out that they're going to use
You're saying
VR headsets, and it's going to be a big thing. And Scorpio's going to be out in March or something like that, and they're just going forward with it. And
It might not be related to Scorpio, though. Maybe it's that the Oculus and Vive headsets work with Apex, for all we know.
yeah,
know.
they could totally be that. It's just Oculus is coming
As a
to
test.
Forza Apex, and they're going to let you go all out on it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to read up, I posted it. There's a thread on GAF, thread on Fortress Central, and a thread on GT Planet. But if you want to read what I wrote down and what I found, and I think hints towards something, you can go read it there. And it's basically, it has to do with 2 years ago, Dan came out, and he actually really strongly, like if you read his quote, he's like, yeah, there's going to be more than just Motorsport and Horizon within the next 10 years. Not to say that's happening right now, but he was pretty strong about that. And then Phil Spencer's come out. He said he doesn't know. He had to see about ideas. And then we
And then
already
he
know
thought
Phil.
Well, he also said we're going to stick with what we're doing right now for the time being. So,
Although
seemed
that
like
could have
he
been
shot
his
it.
ways. It could have been his way of protecting what they were doing. But
I don't know. Phil's pretty good about using PR talk. Like,
Yeah.
if he wants to say something but not say it, or he's good at that stuff. So for him to come out and just say it's not happening at that point makes me think he's just not lying about it.
And if you listen to the audio, I think it was Ryan McCaffrey that asked him.
Yeah, he
Like,
sounds shocked.
There's a big pause, but it's not a big pause as if like, oh, what do I say so that I don't tell them what we're doing? It's a big pause as if to say, oh, well, I hadn't thought of us doing that.
Well, I don't believe that because a year before someone asked him the same question.
Well,
Like-
yeah, but just because someone asked him a question doesn't mean he's actually thought about doing it.
But
I mean, all I know is that bottom line, something Forza Motorsport related is going on at E3. I think it's really odd that they
because
have.
it wouldn't be a third franchise if it's motorsport related.
Well, if
Because
it's
motorsport is its own franchise.
at the same time, when they announced Horizon, they wore Motorsport T-shirts too.
Yeah.
I mean, like someone brought up, well, why didn't they wear Horizon T-shirts when they announced Horizon the first time? Because Horizon had never been announced in the first place, so of course they weren't gonna, come out with Horizon, fanfare before the game's even announced or the franchise. I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. I'm just saying, keep your eyes out. If you're excited if you're a Forza guy, there's stuff there for you. I think.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Like Forza Horizon 3 set in Australia. Crikey.
Well, yeah,
we've known that since
Yeah.
we've known that since Horizon 2.
Trying to think if there's anything else I've been playing. You, Steve?
Well, I mean, I have genuinely turned The Witcher on no less than probably 7 times in the last 24 hours to play the DLC, and every time gone back to something else.
Like Halo Wars.
Halo Wars, yeah.
Yeah, not something else, just Halo Wars.
Just Halo Wars. I'm trying. I'm getting there. I haven't even
Rocket
been
League
playing
once.
Probably twice. One that was
Twice.
probably after we'd played Halo Wars, not after I played The Witcher.
Right, that was like a nightcap for you for Halo Wars, essentially.
Yeah, I'm not very good at Rocket League anymore. It's tough.
Yeah.
I haven't even played Not Hero Ollie Ollie 2, so
Oh, you know what else I did play?
hold on, let me guess. Am I gonna be able to guess it?
Goat Simulator.
Oh, okay, I thought you were gonna say something that wasn't terrible.
I tried Goat Simulator. It's pretty terrible, but it's kind of fun in its own way. But I think I already deleted it. I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
think I already
makes
deleted it.
sense.
It's good for being broken, isn't it? Isn't that what the appeal is?
Kinda. It's this really kind of stupid game, and if you're in the mood to play a stupid game, it's what you should play. The music's awesome. I will say that. It's really funny music.
Did
Not
anyone
the-
play Super Meat Boy?
No.
I tried it, but I don't like Super Meat Boy. I don't quite get the appeal. And I'm
Oh.
an old school gamer. Yet for some reason Super Meat Boy just doesn't do it for me.
I bought it at Xbox 360, the Xbox 360 release launch when it was on sale for like 800 points, which was the first time they ever did a price promotion like that, and I've played it as much now as I probably did then, which is none. And now it's free, and I have it on PS Plus, and I've still not played it. So
And now you have it again
What?
on 360.
yeah,
You should put that Nintendo E3 bingo card on the stream for everyone to enjoy.
The Nintendo E3 bingo card? What? Just not
I
being
put it
there?
in
it's
the
going to be on
card.
Zelda.
I put it on the chat room.
Well, we did find out there's going to be more than Zelda. It's just that Zelda is the only new game they're showing or playable game, right?
But that's weird because there's no Pokemon game coming out this year.
Don't they
So
have?
why they're not letting people play Pokemon?
I don't
Don't
know.
They
Don't they
will.
have,
It'll just be at the Xbox booth. I'm telling you now, Steve.
No.
Nintendo's calling it quits.
Don't they have 30,000 square feet at E3?
Yeah, but the reason why
Zelda.
they kept that space is because if they give it up this year and someone buys it, they don't get it back. So
Well,
they have to keep it in case they want it next year or the year
There's gonna
after.
be Zelda all over the floor.
I like what someone said. Nintendo, if you're at E3, Nintendo's where you go to lay back. Just go over there and find a couch. There's gonna be a lot of them.
I hope they do man, that was awesome back in when I went to E3 the one time. Sega had like a booth with a bar and everything, and you had to be over 21 to get drinks there and all that stuff. It was so awesome, man. They need to do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, Sega's dead now, so
No, I'm talking about Nintendo having to do something like what Sega did.
oh, yeah,
And
good luck
Sega's
with
not dead. They just don't make consoles anymore or games.
that. They make Football Manager, which is constantly one of the highest played games on Steam.
They make some things.
Show some respect.
I'm curious what they're gonna do with the Sonic anniversary. If they're really gonna announce another game or if it's going to be crap. Or I'm sure it will be, which really upsets me because I love Sonic, but I can't love Sonic anymore. I miss Sega.
All right. Well, Vern, it's that
Should we do
time.
letters?
We should do letter.
We should do letter. Okay,
Wait.
we did.
Could we do a Mr. X Media Minute?
If you must.
Do we have to?
No, okay, no.
I feel
thought
like
it
we
would
shouldn't
be
even give him the time of day, honestly.
it should be a good segment. The Slim's going to be 5 teraflops, and the Scorpio's going to be 10.
Oh, so stupid.
That's been your Mr. X Media Minute.
Oh, it's so stupid. So stupid.
Okay.
But anyway, we didn't get a letter really, but someone in chat wrote something and said it's gonna be a letter, and this is from Olno Bones. And Olno Bones writes, "Letter for Vern. What is your most anticipated game that no doubt will be demoed on Microsoft's E3 stage?"
Lie, Son of Rome 2.
You didn't read the next message.
Letter is for everyone actually, but Vern should read it. It's his job. So no doubt will be on the stage. Oh, gosh.
I, for one,
I'm
Dead
going to go
Rising
with
4.
Gears. No, I'm going to go with Gears. Because it's my most anticipated game. But Dead Rising 4, if that really does get announced. But is it really no doubt that it's going to be on the E3 stage at Microsoft?
Ekim has proclaimed it.
Yeah, we'll
Hero
see.
we deserve.
All right.
We'll see. We'll
can
see.
we,
That's a close second, but I think Gears is going to be it for sure.
my number 1 is Sea of Thieves. Just fucking pirates.
It does look awesome. And that's right up our alley as far as the kind of games you and I like.
Yeah, we can make people walk the plank. It's
I
gonna be
know.
awesome.
I really hope there's team killing.
Yes.
Like I want all of us to be like by the treasure chest, and then someone to just like turn and kill everyone.
It's like, this is mine.
Yeah, I feel like that needs to be in the game.
Except that you find out that it automatically shares between everybody that was there, and you're like, "Fuck! It killed everybody."
But I still want team killing.
Yeah.
Like, I want like when we were playing Halo Master Chief Collection, and we're on the elevator, and we just all killed each other for fun. You know,
Yeah,
it's good
just-
times.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a more serious answer to this question with Recall.
Yeah, I'm curious about Recore. It makes sense to be
No,
excited.
like new
about the
IPs, like
Yeah.
you said, Steve. New IPs are king, and Recore has potential to be amazing, and so does Sea of Thieves, and like those are the games. So I think honestly, we're all looking forward to, because we haven't honestly seen either of them. So it'll be good to actually see them as games and not like BS trailers.
Well, at least
because-
see if this was a gameplay trailer. You know.
Yeah, pirates.
Or- yeah.
It'll be on the show floor though.
What about you, Jason? Forza Horizon 3 or whatever?
No, actually, or Halo Wars 2, to be honest.
Oh, well,
It's been a while since we had a good RTS game, so I'm kind of excited for it. And I'm being true, it's been a long time since we had a good RTS game. So, I mean, Horizon 3 is definitely up there, but I know what to expect from Horizon 3. So, I'm more excited for Halo Wars 2 and what it's going to look like.
What about Forza
Play like-
Sport?
Forza Motorsport Sport.
No,
well,
pretty
they
excited for
would
it.
they would call it FM Sport. That way
Yeah.
it's redundant. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for it and how they took out half the cars and the offline career and put in escapes.
And made the
So-
graphics worse.
Yeah.
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 Bring back the 360, baby. All right.
But yeah, that was the
Phantom
letter
Dust
section.
is coming, according to Bones. No Bones.
Someday.
Yeah, no Bones.
But yeah, that was the letter section. Thank you for writing in, sort of, maybe a bit, on the bones. And everyone else, you can also write us at letters@xboxuncut.com. Please. And I
Maybe.
need a job.
I'm gonna have to make a song or something for it. Force
Yeah.
people to start writing in.
Yes, please write us. Ask us questions about whatever. Don't even ask us questions. Just insult us. We'll read it. I promise. We've read insults in the past.
Yeah. Hey, just not an insult. But Steve, are you ready for your segment? Are you?
I am really Really?
He's stalling. He's
Close.
stalling. He's
Really?
stalling.
All right.
Really?
Well,
Ready?
I don't know. Let's give him a second. Uh,
Okay, I'm now ready.
are you sure? Are you positive?
Okay, on the 7th of June is the hotly anticipated Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Already out now if you have EA access.
In 720p. Glorious high resolution 720p.
Yeah. So, you know, if that's of any interest to you. I haven't played it yet, actually.
I've heard it's pretty good.
Well, I heard some people say it was really boring.
Nintendo likes it, but Nintendo buys and likes everything, so.
Well, he doesn't like everything. That's not true. He buys
does
everything.
kinda. He does kind of like it too. He was like, "Oh, that's all right. That's good." That's his critiques.
Yeah,
Not
he's
a-
like,
Not as bad as your mother was, but
But close.
What did you say about my mother?
Well, Dad did.
I mean, Dad's your dad too. I mean, it's all of our dads.
Yeah, so it's mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
But who is
Next.
mom? I guess that's the question.
It's your mother.
Okay.
So are we
next
all
up.
stepbrothers?
I think so. Different
Yes.
moms.
Yeah. So we're all related some far apart.
Yeah.
Even everyone in the chat room.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's your dad too, chat.
Can I continue now?
Sure.
No.
Next game. Next game, Steve.
Next game is the full release of the Solus Project,
Oh, that's coming out
which
soon.
comes out of Game Preview. I'm slightly dubious about that one, but this is what Game Informer tells me, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Then after that, there is a game called In Between, which is going to be $12, and the page is currently loading. Stand by. Okay, it's an atmospheric puzzle platformer where you solve mind-bending puzzles by manipulating your surroundings and the gravity itself. Looks alright. Then is Phoenix Furia, which was originally called Phoenix Rage, until Bethesda sent them a
I remember
thing
this.
saying that they own the Rage name and that you should change the name of your game. It's a fast and frantic platforming action game from Green Lava Studios and Reverb Triple XP. You know, it looks quite fun. Then the final release. Actually, not the final release. Sorry. On the 7th of June, Minecraft Story Mode Episode 6 comes out, which Dustin will be able to tell you more about.
Dustin gave up on that, man. He's done with that series.
They killed my favorite character, Steve, and I'd never finished the last episode. The 5th episode that didn't have anything to do with the first 4. I never even started it because they killed my favorite character.
Okay, well, they suck then. Then Neon Chrome is on the 8th, which is I think it's like a twin stick shooter by the people that make Crimson Land. You know, looks kind of fun. Twin stick shooter with there's environments. It's sort of cyberpunky. Then Soul Axiom is $20, also out on the 8th, which is another high quality looking game. I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of like a Tron-like visual style. It looks weird as fuck. I'm gonna leave that one at that. Then on the 10th, there is Grim Legends: The Forsaken Bride for $10, which is sort of like a visual novel.
It's kind of like Shadowrun kind of thing, the way it looked almost. Not Shadowrun, what am I saying? What's that game? Can't think of it. I'll think of it later.
Which one are you talking about?
Shadow something.
Complex?
No, it was an old Nintendo game, and it was kind of a 2D sort of story/dungeon crawler kind of thing. The art style reminded me of that.
Which game are we talking about?
The one you're talking about.
Grim Legends.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that.
Oh, okay. And then the final game is probably the best game that's going to release over the next week, which is Sherlock Holmes: The Devil's Daughter. So,
Shadowgate. That's the name of it. Sorry.
All right.
Continue.
Thanks for interrupting me. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes: The Devil's Daughter, which is the follow-up to Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishments, which launched in, I think it was September 2014, which was an excellent game, and you should all play this new Sherlock Holmes game, Ditch Off Mirror's Edge, because 720p.
Does Watson actually walk to you this time, or does he still teleport?
I can neither confirm nor deny the walking or the teleporting.
Okay.
You will have to
Hopefully he
spend
teleports.
You will have to spend the $60 yourself and find out.
I love that Sherlock Holmes game that they forgot to put in that for him to walk and only teleported, and then they said screw it and left it in.
Well, lazy devs and all that.
It's kind of an odd thing to miss.
Banned.
All right.
Host.
Squirrel.
Is there one?
No. Okay. What's next? Are we going in the news? I think it's news time. I think it's time for the news.
You mean speculation time?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Well, we're gonna do rumors last.
Yeah.
Because we got other big things to talk about. Big things.
Huge.
Big, huge.
Giant. Like
huge.
Gorgeous walls.
Huge walls.
Huge. We're gonna make Xbox great again.
You gotta say it with a Y. It's gotta be huge.
It's huge.
It's huge.
No, you gotta do the New Yorker accent. Huge.
Huge. Oh my god. Huge.
If Tim was here.
Oh, Tim could probably do it perfectly.
Tim's got it down.
Yeah. All right. LootCrate pairs with 343 for Ultimate Halo subscription service. So for $34.99 every 2 months,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a crate of loot. That's gonna
Ready
be Halo related.
Ready
I
for
would
your
like
Funko
to.
Pops.
I just throwing it out there. There's no Gears loot, huh? Even though the big game coming out is Gears, Halo's still number one.
They aren't done flogging the dead horse that is Halo yet, so you gotta squeeze some more milk from the teat of the few left that care.
Well, see what they're gonna do with Gears is they're gonna do like a special edition $100 crate or something like that. Watch.
It's gonna be something premium that isn't full of rec packs.
But this Halo thing, it's every 2 months. I was kind of excited when I first saw it, but then when I found out it's 35 every 2 months, it makes me think the quality of the stuff in there is just going to be kind of meh. Like it won't be great stuff, but maybe
Did
the
they
first
say
month
it's a
good.
65. Crate's contents are valued at approximately $65 per box.
Yeah, but those special loot crates like the Mass Effect one and the Fallout one, those are really good. They were a little more expensive, but they had awesome stuff in it.
Yeah.
And I'd rather something like that than something that was a little cheaper, but maybe it'll be good. I'm gonna wait and see what's in that first crate.
I might buy this first crate.
Yeah.
Just because I love Halo.
But they said there's going to be in-game stuff, so there'll probably be some rec packs too. In
See,
each
that
one.
was what actually kind of talked me out of it. I was like, whatever this is, I'm probably not going to want it.
That's
like-
probably what I was gonna say. That's probably what throws up the $60 value. Is like half of it's probably in game.
Hey guys, we got $30 worth of virtual crap that no one should ever use.
And here's a rec pack, but I like rec packs, so I'll probably like it.
Yeah. And it'll get me back into Halo 5.
And here's some Pokemon cards or
I
something.
never
Fuck
left.
you.
I never left Halo 5. I played some
Here's
last
a question
night.
about loot crates, right? Could theoretically, could Vern order his loot crate and then turn around to me and say, "Hey Steve, this is why I got my loot crate," and then could I order it and get one
same
from
thing?
that month?
Yes.
No. Okay. All right.
Yeah, because it goes for the whole month. So even if you go get it late after they've already announced what's in it, you can still get it usually.
So is it always the same stuff for everyone that month?
No.
Yes, but there's
Oh.
one person. No, there's one person that gets a special loot crate every month that has like $1,000 worth of stuff in it if they're lucky.
Well, that's not really.
You're gonna
very
get a
fair, is it?
Scorpio.
Yeah. Actually, there'll be a live scorpion in there, but a rare
Yeah.
one that's like an endangered species worth
Yeah.
like a whole shit.
And they're totally sending it through U.S.
Yeah,
United States Postal
exactly.
Service.
There's also going to be a picture of my hype train in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
Is there also going to be a picture of your deflated balloon when they don't announce another new Forza at E3?
Aw.
Oh, it won't be deflated.
I'm
It'll just-
totally making a picture of a deflated Forza balloon. I'm just saying, it's gonna happen.
You guys think I'm going to be mad if they don't announce
No,
one?
I don't think you're
No,
gonna be
no.
mad. It's just
You'll find the next thing, the next
me
crazy.
and
Look,
Bert
no
were
matter
totally
what-
talking about
It's
this.
no
all
matter-
good.
No matter what.
He's going to
Horizon
keep
3's
saying it
there.
until eventually it's true, and then he's going to say I was right.
I knew it all along.
I got it. I figured
Look,
it out. I saw
hey.
the signs.
Look, I called the car coming from the ceiling, and no one can take that back. So, no one
So
else
they
called
brought
the car
they-
coming
they-
from the ceiling.
I remember that conversation. The year before, they bought the car through the floor, and then they drove it out. This time, the ceiling.
They're gonna fly it in.
And then what did they do? They dropped that bitch from the ceiling.
That was
But now, here's the thing.
What do they do now?
Do they have to bring it through the audience? Like,
They're gonna have to drive it through the fan fest.
Well, no, it's gonna have to be an outdoor event, and a giant helicopter is gonna have to drop the thing down, right?
Penn and Teller are going to be there, and they're going to make the car appear on
Out of
stage.
nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think that could work.
Well,
That'd be
I
great.
can say we can safely assume that the new cover car is going to be there because on June 11th is when they're unveiling the car in North America at the Peterson Museum. So 2 days before then, the car is going to be at in
Still
LA.
on stage
so
again. Yeah.
It'll be on stage. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to the biggest news of the week. Original Minecraft reaches 100 million registered users.
This is nuts.
Not 100 million players.
100 million paying users.
Yes, and this is 2 years after they purchased it. And when they purchased Minecraft, it was at 50 million. So it sold
It's only
twice
been
the...
18 months.
What? That's 2 years, right? Wasn't it
No,
in
it
the
was
beginning
in
of
September.
2014?
was
Oh,
September.
okay. So 18 months. That's even less. Okay.
No,
So
but yeah, that doesn't take away. That adds to.
So 18 months, and they've sold twice as many copies as it sold when they bought it. I mean, and if you figure revenue, that's got to be like when you figure merchandise and whatever else they've been selling and all the different versions of the game. They gotta have made like about $1 billion in revenue by now, right? Or close.
Yeah, they've
Yeah, gotta
at
be
this
pretty-
point they're pretty
pretty
close
close.
to fucking.
Yeah. And what did they spend for it? Under 2 billion or about 2 billion?
2.5.
2.5 billion. Okay. So they've made a large portion in a short amount of time of that original investment. So this investment's turning out to be pretty damn good. And we don't know how much money they made off of the Minecraft series from Telltale as well.
Yeah,
So
and, like,
that's
the rumors
included in that
that
amount.
like people really thought Gran Turismo was gonna catch up and beat Minecraft, or not Grand Theft Auto, because I think that's at 60 million now, right?
65.
65. Yeah, everybody was like it might pass Minecraft. Not anymore.
No.
Like
And-
Minecraft is the second best-selling game of all time.
Well,
It
it's
beat Wii
because
Sports.
the people buying it, it's a renewable resource called children.
No, it's not even just a renewable resource. You talk to anybody
Renewable
that's bought
resource
this.
called children.
I'm being dead serious. Talk to anybody that's bought this. Like,
Yeah, I read this on
everybody
Gap, so it's
has
not mine,
like
it's
5 fucking copies of this game. Like,
Yeah.
I own it for PC, iPhone, Windows Phone, Xbox 360, and Xbox One.
And when VR and AR like eventually take off, this is the game that's going to keep pushing that shit. So,
Yes.
yeah, this game is
I just-
not going to stop selling. It's going to
I
keep.
just
making
realised
lots of
that
money.
I count as 2 of those.
Yes. Like, everybody has multiple copies of this game.
Well, I saw
Well-
someone write, "I've never bought a single copy," and I said, "Well, that's good for Microsoft because you're still a potential customer."
Yeah,
I
there
thought-
were a few people in a thread going, well, I haven't bought a copy. I won't be a
will.
part of this.
You will.
It's like, yeah, you will.
Well, guess what? You might, but when you have a kid, guess what?
You're buying 4
This game
copies.
is gonna probably fucking still be selling.
What were you gonna say, Steve? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to butt.
I lost a bet to buy it because I said that Microsoft wouldn't buy Minecraft. So then I bought the 360 version because it got the cheap upgrade to the Xbox One version. But now I've just realised that that is exactly what they wanted.
Yes, it is. That's 2 copies.
I have given in to the man, and the man is Satya Nadella.
And
I
if you
have.
would, and they gave away, if you own, didn't they give a discount on the Windows 10 version?
You
They
got it
give
free for like the first month or so if you
Yeah,
went on and just clicked it.
that's
You-
3 copies.
Oh, I don't think I
Do we
got
think
that.
all this Minecraft education stuff is even included in these numbers?
No.
Because that's gonna take off too. I mean, they're
Yeah.
gonna make so much money off of this. Like, Phil Spencer was probably the one who made this deal, right?
And
Yeah.
people aren't even talking about the amount of money
So-
they're making off merchandise. And
Yeah. So,
Minecraft merchandise is everywhere.
and they haven't done a movie yet. You know they're gonna
No.
do a movie, and you know it's gonna be huge.
They
So,
better not do anything to that pig in the movie.
but
Don't
I mean,
bring it up, Steve.
maybe Satya Nadella just loves Phil Spencer now just for buying Minecraft, and he'll just let him do whatever he wants. Who knows? That's what I'm hoping.
I'm not so sure he as much as it works out really well, I'm not sure he'd still love him for spending $2.5 billion.
Dude, I think look, Xbox isn't the one in the doghouse right now. Nokia is at the Microsoft camp, so
Yeah,
their
well,
Nokia
and
purchase.
they used overseas money for this stuff, which is just like sitting
Yeah.
there, not being used essentially. So
Well, they also said that they within was it September to the following June, they would have in that short period, so June 2015, they would have made more money through Minecraft than what that money would have done had it just been sat in a bank account otherwise.
right,
No,
yeah, that's
that
why
was,
they did it.
Yeah, that was always the whole point. Is it's like you
investment. Yeah.
you can let something sit. You can let 100 million sit, and you'll gain 5% on it or whatever, and it'll slowly gain money. Or you can buy something that's valued at a huge amount. Because what do you think the value of the Minecraft brand is now? I mean, it would have to be
More than what it was when they bought
$4
it.
billion.
It's got to be 3 to 4
6.
billion.
I'm gonna go with
Maybe
6.
Like,
Really?
The value of the brand is, like Steve said,
Well,
probably
it's-
around 6-ish. And
Well, yeah. If you figure it sold twice as many copies as when they bought it, it's probably worth twice as much as it was when they bought it, right?
Yeah.
So you'd have to assume, yeah, it's probably at around 5 billion at least.
So just like the Scorpio room and specs of 5 to 6, Minecraft is also worth 5 to 6. Only this time it's billions instead of teraflops.
Yes.
See, that's some
What do
know,
you think?
synergy.
What are you thinking of the Scorpio version of Minecraft?
Well, to be VR.
Yeah, it'll be full. I wonder if they will re-release it for Scorpio, or if it'll just be
Well, they're working on
Minecraft.
Oculus VR right now already.
Yeah.
Well,
And if they
isn't
do
it
this
still
deal with
somewhat
Oculus,
limited
then there you
in
go.
how big the levels can be.
It is, but that's because of they changed the game
Windows
from
10
Java to no, not even Windows 10. They've changed it to C+. I believe it's C+. And it's Java allows you to do like a random created kernel. You know, it'll do a seed and it'll just go on forever. But even the seeds in like the PC version of Minecraft, if you fly far enough, they eventually break because it just the algorithm just no longer works. So they are kind of limited. They're not really unlimited. I mean, they are, but like
It's unlimited in the sense that in order to reach that seed fuck up, you'd have to walk for 40 days straight in the game.
yeah, it's a very long ways, and it's a very all the physics and everything kind of go out the window. Like everything breaks. But it's I don't know. Like I've never had an issue with Minecraft world size on Xbox One. 360, yeah, because I filled the 360 world.
You know, speaking of that, I think we're going to walk away from the idea of this is a 360 version, this is an Xbox One version. With the way they're doing dynamic stuff now, like when they release an Xbox One or a Scorpio version, do they really need to have 2 separate versions now? I mean,
They don't, but it'd make them another 20 million copies of Minecraft if they released a Scorpio version of it.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure Nadella's loving Phil Spencer right now for that
Yeah,
purchase. So
It's one thing when like the investor meeting comes up and it's like, oh, what have y'all been doing? Minecraft? What? It's like, yeah, it's still fucking chugging along. Like they said, what, 5,300 copies a day?
no, it was
Or
like
15?
wasn't it like 53,000 or
It's 53,000.
Was it a day though?
Yeah, it was
No.
a day. It was a day.
53,000 a day.
It's 53,000 a day copies of Minecraft.
Someone did the math. They said it's roughly $750 million a day. Or no, $750,000 a day, something like that.
It's just an insane amount of money. It's an insane. It's a great product. Like, I know I read like 4 times people go, well, I played it for 5 minutes and I put it down because I didn't get it. Then I played it
But
for
you
another
bought
5
it.
minutes, and I put it down again. And I just don't get why people like this game. And it's like, it's not. Look, not every game's gonna be for everybody, but this game covers a lot of fucking bases, and it covers a lot of people. Like,
And like I said, the people playing it and buying it are a renewable resource.
yeah, like Minecraft's gonna be a thing for as long as probably Mario was a thing.
Legos still haven't gone out of style. I mean,
Yeah.
the kids
Well,
play with Legos. It's like
I think with Minecraft, it's all about how they continue to appeal to the next generation.
I don't
But
even
they-
think they have to like update it all that much. Like they need to keep updating it. Don't get me wrong, but
I'm saying they should do like spin-offs.
or they are with Minecraft Story Mode and stuff
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
but they need to do more
We'll see a
spin-offs.
movie.
We'll
They
see
need to do, like,
movies.
They need to do like
a
a
racing game.
class-based first-person
That'll be the next
shooter.
Forza game. Forza presents Minecraft Racing.
Yeah,
I think once they've hit a profit, I know it doesn't really matter, but I think once they've hit a profit, you'll start
Yeah.
seeing more.
Why isn't there a Minecraft kart racer? Come on, that would be
It's-
badass. Huh?
Phil-
Well,
Phil
that
doesn't like
third
kart races.
that third Forza franchise could have
So
Gears.
that's it. Like,
It could have Gears of War. It
Forza
could have
presents Minecraft kart racing.
Minecraft. It could have Halo Wars.
the Microsoft Studios came together for one epic IP.
I
But we
would
really think
love
it should be a Conquer level.
You know what though? What's scary is with how big this brand is, Minecraft could come to Mario Kart before any of the bullshit we just said. I could see Steve in a car just because Nintendo paid for it. I don't think they'd have an issue with it.
You know, I got a question for you guys. If they were to release an Xbox party game, would you buy it?
Maybe.
Wait, what?
I'd wait for Dad's.
Like an Xbox party game using all the different trademarks and have like a kart game and a fighting brawler.
I don't
No.
think it'd do all that well.
It-
I'd rather Fusion Frenzy 3.
I think the second one was probably sufficient.
Well, no, we need a new one for Scorpio. Take advantage of the great graphics.
Yeah. No, but if they had Fusion, you could put a kart racer in Fusion Frenzy. It wouldn't be too far off course for what the Fusion Frenzy is.
The thing is, though, you know, Phil Spencer's got such a thing against kart racers. You could say he's kart racist.
You could.
That's a really bad joke.
You could say it, but it would be a terrible joke.
Oh, pretty sure it's better than anything you lot have come up with.
If only. If only. All right, we're gonna let that one.
Screw all of you. Let's talk about these Halo Wars 2 images that have just leaked.
What? For
Steve,
real?
1 second. Steve posted on the Twitters.
Is it on gaff? It's not even a
Mm.
gaff yet.
I mean, you can't see anything from it, but
So guys, I'll post it so y'all can see it.
I've already posted it.
No, but people on the video stream or people watching.
He put it in this video stream.
I did.
You mean
Our
the video? Okay. Oh wait, that's it. It's not screenshots.
Yeah,
That's just
it's
artwork.
just artwork. It's kind of cool artwork, but it's artwork.
It's incredible numbers though, which makes me think that we're gonna see Halo Total War.
Which would be awesome in my opinion.
They're
Yeah,
growing.
honestly-
Yeah.
Honestly, Halo Wars Total War would be more like the books than the game.
This
because
the-
artwork. Yeah. It looks like incredible amount of soldiers on
Yeah.
screen at
Well,
once.
to be fair, they could just be increasing the amount of units you get on screen.
Well, yeah, which would kind of push it toward.
Look,
the Total
I would
War
rather Halo Wars be about the war in a scope like it's not about Master Chief or the Spartans. It's about the conflict. and that means hundreds and hundreds of Marines, thousands of Marines, and thousands of Covenant fighting each other on a battlefield. It doesn't mean
But
Master
they
Chief
could,
going out.
well, they can still keep the old kind of gameplay style, but like Steve
Yeah.
said, just have a bunch of numbers at once. Like focus on, like, a squad wouldn't be whatever it is, like 4 or 5 people like it is in the original. It could be 20, you know? That way it increases the amount of numbers on screen at once. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
But that
And killing
picture,
rebel bases is going to be really easy.
yeah, but this artwork here does give me Total War vibes.
This is concerning.
I don't know, the artwork's pretty good.
If you're
The fact that
expecting
there's-
like a clone of the first Halo Wars, I would say you're wrong.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not expecting them to stray too much from the formula.
Yeah, they can't stray too much.
Well, I mean, I think they're still going to be Spartans. They're going to stick a lot with the lore, but I think you're going to see a lot more units.
Well, what I want is the base building.
Yeah, I agree. I
They'll
think base
probably keep
building
that.
should still be part of it.
They'll
I don't
probably keep
think
that.
I don't think they're going to have the conflict map from Total War or
But-
anything, but
but
they might
Creative
use it as a campaign map.
But a creative assembly strength is large numbers of characters on screen going crazy. You know, that's their thing. So I imagine we're going to see that.
Does anyone get like Doom vibes from this? Kind of like the opposite.
Based on just the artwork in general?
Yeah, well, you know, rather than having like the demons reaching for the guy, it's the guys reaching for the demon-ish, with less reaching.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how like in the original Doom box art, you have like the guy is on top of the little mound.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it does have that vibe going on.
Yeah, all right, good.
I like the symmetry with the halo in the background and stuff too, though. That looks awesome.
I wonder if the main campaign is going to be brutes versus humans.
It could be you playing the villains or whatever, or
Yeah,
depends on when it
or-
takes place.
Yeah. Either way, I'm excited.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
exciting artwork.
Go Halo.
Hype trade. All right, let's keep on rolling. Is there any other news, guys?
Or
Anything you think
talk
of?
about the rumors.
Rumors. All right, Steve. I think you know the rumors best, so I'll let you handle it from here.
Okay, that would have been nice to know, so that I'd have had them up.
Well, no, I mean I thought you knew them off the top of your head. Vern, anybody? What rumors are we hearing?
Forza Horizon 2 is in Australia, which we've kind of
3.
known since
3.
Horizon 2, or I mean Horizon
Yeah.
3, which we've kind of known since Horizon 2.
There's a zombie game, but
Rising 4.
it's going to be Dead Rising 4 according to Hekim, and we're thinking it's exclusive. We'll see.
Yeah, I think as far as us on the show, I think State of Decay is going to be Gamescom. Dead Rising 4 is
If
gonna be E3.
State of Decay is even shown this year, I
Yeah.
mean, they could be taking a lot more time with development for that game, especially if they're considering more along the lines of a shared world experience or an MMO, like, which is what they want to do eventually. They may have changed their mind on what they want to make, since MMOs really aren't a thing anymore, and people are going more toward the shared world experience. So that might be in 2018 or something, though. It might be far off. If they're thinking that big, at least. I guess it depends on how big their development team is, how much money is being put in the project. But
Well,
Dead Rising more likely, yeah.
Yeah, we still gotta, we gotta expect they're gonna hold stuff for Gamescom though. So
Yes, absolutely. They only need to hold 1 or 2 things for Gamescom, though, and a few indie titles. As far as new announcements,
yeah,
Is that Gamescom last year? Wasn't Halo Wars 2 the only major first-party announcement?
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty
and
much.
Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition?
Oh, well, that had KI Season 3.
Yeah, Season 3. Yeah, so there might
Kind
be 1 or 2 things. But let's see. Besides that, he said Sea of Thieves is a shareable game, which we already knew. Oh, Battletoads was one of the things he mentioned. That's the only one that hasn't really been leaked by anyone else. So that might not come, but who knows? Everything else looks like it's turning out to be what he said. So Battletoads at E3, I think, would be a pretty cool announcement, especially for our father, Super Nintendo. He'd be very, very excited. I think that was all the major stuff, right?
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to find the page with the rumors.
I'm an evil person. I just thought you said our father, 8-bit Z9 name. That's all I could.
Does anyone have the link to the rumor page? Because I don't even have it.
Somebody will pull it up.
I've got it up on Gaff.
Yeah, I got it too now. Here it is.
Okay.
Trailer for Xbox Daily and the Xbox Media Briefing will be published later today, which it was, but Ekim had already leaked that. That's why I didn't believe it initially. People asked me what I could catch from the Xbox API, and this is what he found. So it wasn't really a leak. It was more like him finding stuff within the Xbox API. He says Rare is working on a new Battletoads, which we discussed. Sea of Thieves won't be a straight MMO, more like Division Destiny, which we just said. Forza Horizon 3 set in Australia, which Ekim has also confirmed is happening. Or not confirmed, but agreed with. General ROM for Killer Instinct, which we already knew about from a leak. Something Age of Empires.
This is the biggest surprise for me. This would be the biggest surprise for me.
So new Age of Empires would... Yeah, that would be pretty interesting, especially for the PC crowd. They'd be pretty excited about that.
So 2 RTS games at an E3?
Well, we already knew that they had... Well, at one point they had a studio working on a beloved RTS franchise.
Which they dissolved.
Well, no, they never said that. They just didn't say anything about them afterwards.
Well, no, insider on Gaff, who's always pretty much right, came out and said it was dissolved. Actually,
he was wrong this time. I don't know.
No, he said that. So it might be a different developer working on it.
Who said it on Gaff?
Forgot his name.
Bukake.
He's got like the American Indian avatar. I'll find it later.
Okay, well, make haste.
But and then the Zombie Online game by Microsoft, probably new State of Decay, could also be Dead Rising, and we think it's Dead Rising. Anniversary update will get its own landing page on Xbox.com with the major features listed. That's all I have for now. Nothing on hardware. He made an update later on. Said no relevant Banjo-Kazooie tags. There were references for mouse and keyboard support found. I'm also sure now on the Age of Empires games, Castle Siege has a different ID everywhere. I found references. There is a chance that the zombie game is just DayZ, which that goes along with DayZ being announced for Xbox One. Halo Wars 2 has tons of recent play sessions, which we knew about. Same for Crackdown 3. Nothing for Crimson Skies, Project Gotham Racing, Jet Empire, Midtown Madness. Tons of Conquer tags everywhere. The problem is I can't find all the connected IDs. We have Conquer and Rare Replay, Young Conquer by Asobo, Project Spark Conquer. So maybe Conquer turns up. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, that's all that.
Not if it looks like that Young Conquer thing.
Yeah, I know. But that was just a little...
That's a really cool demo, though. I don't know if you guys have watched that demo. The demo is actually awesome.
Terrible character design, though. I don't know why they came up with that. That's terrible.
Anorexic Conquer? Alright. Well, that's it for rumors, or what are we... Anything else?
I think that's it.
Alright. Well, I think that's going to do it for the show this week, guys. Unless anybody has any more news or just the chat yelling out.
I found the post. It was from a guy named Element. Or a poster named Element. On Gaff. And this person has been a pretty good insider in the past. And Element says the Decisive Games thing was a non-starter and was dissolved. Oh yeah, one more thing too. Wicked Soul here said the message from Xbox Live last night about the latest Xbox preview. So those are going out right now to people who have been doing all the surveys and all that stuff. And anyone who has like a higher score on the preview app has been getting messages from Xbox Live saying that they can sign up for the latest preview. So you may have received one already. I received one last night, so I set my Xbox up for it. So hopefully that comes soon.
Hopefully it fixes the My Games and App library, which sucks.
Yeah, well, that was talked about coming, so I think it will.
Dusty, podcast?
I'm-
Not Witcher 3?
I'm doing both.
Podcast?
Doing both.
Host?
I'm Steve Rulesing it right now.
Host?
Host.
But yeah,
Line?
Well, that's some cool stuff. It all sounds realistic. Obviously, he couldn't find any new IPs because he would have to know what to look for. So, any new IPs would still not be leaked at this point.
All right. Well, very interesting. So next week, our show is going to be pretty much E3 predictions. There'll be more leaks, much more E3 news to talk about, and I know
Well,
I'm
we
not
can't
going to be
guarantee more leaks, but probably will be.
Yeah. I know I'm going to be working during the show, so I will not be on next week's show. So it'll be you know, Jason, I guess, you, Vern, and Steve, and Tim. Hopefully.
Which will be here for the Monday after.
Yes. Well, no, is Tim going to E3 this year? I'm so confused with what's going on.
I think so.
Yeah.
And we'll announce our plans for how we're going to do everything over E3 next. So,
We're definitely doing the Monday live stream for the press conference.
Yeah.
We know
yeah.
that.
And
We
this
have-
is, if you're watching the video, we're going to be using this format, the whole thing. Let us, give us any comments you have on this format. Tell us what you think, and we'll adjust and make it, awesome for everybody, so they can watch.
Make it great
with us.
again.
Yeah, we're gonna make a beautiful wall. It'll be great. Making Xbox Uncut great again.
As we really turn into shit if late.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We will catch y'all later. Peace out, everybody.
Later.
bye.
So.
You guys keep making fun of me about the Forza franchise. I'm gonna take that. It should just be